I don't know whether you've noticed there's one thing that mainstream media, TV pundits, civil servants and politicians have in common. And that is, of course, that they are all incredibly stupid. They don't seem to understand some of the basic things that most of us understand down at the pub. Now, the latest thing is tariffs. I just want to quickly talk about tariffs. And Trump has just put on a 25% tariff on imported steel and a 10% tariff on imported aluminium. Now, I'm not having a gratuitous go at Trump, just like everybody else does. I'm not picking him out, signalling him out in particular. But, of course, that has had the effect, therefore, of making the production companies, the manufacturing companies in America who use steel and aluminium, it's cost them a great deal more money. It means they can't compete in the marketplace as well as they could. There are 200,000 people in America working in the steel industry and the aluminium industry, but there are 6.2 million people working in manufacturing industries that use steel and aluminium. So he's helped 200,000 people at the expense of 6.2 million. It makes them less competitive, their wages will be depressed, their pensions won't be so good, their exports won't be so good, and so on and so forth. Well, that isn't helping, and it's the same with the French love of tariffs with their wine industry. They like to make our wine more expensive. You can only buy French wine if it comes from South America or the New World. There's a massive tariff on it. So let's just understand one thing, everybody. Let's just get this clear, because some people seem to be struggling with it. A tariff is simply a tax on the consumer, which some of us can bear more easily than the others. And of course, the richer you are, the easier you can bear tariffs. So I think that's something one needs to ponder. And certainly when it comes to the European Union, where most of the tariffs are actually on food, and of course food is a very much bigger percentage of a poor person or an old age pensioner's budget every year than it is a rich person. So let's hope that when we leave, if we leave the European Union, those tariffs can be got rid of and we can all have cheaper food and wine. Wouldn't that be nice for all of us? And stop protecting one section of the community at the expense of the other.